What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Cosmic Entertainment. If you are a Transformers fan, and if you are a G.I. Joe fan, this is the video for you, as we have an awesome update about the movie that is going to be a crossover between the Transformers franchise and the G.I. Joe franchise. Paramount Pictures' Transformers Rise of the Beasts set up the first ever live action crossover between the Transformers and the G.I. Joes, in which both franchises are Hasbro toys. Both the G.I. Joes and the Transformers, and fans and the critics, both seemingly enjoyed and reacted very positively to the last Transformers film, and the setup for the live action crossover between the Transformers and the G.I. Joe. Well, today, one of the producers for Transformers Rise of the Beast, who is seemingly going to be a producer for the new crossover live action movie as well, has given us a little update when it comes to the script, when it comes to the writing, and when it comes to an actual release for the film. They also talk about if the movie is going to be somewhat a continuation of Snake Eyes, the last sort of G.I. Joe movie that we got. So let's break down what they said, and if you want to stay up to date on all the latest pop culture news, be sure to subscribe. So as I mentioned, this comes from an interview with Lorenzo di Bonaventura, who is a producer for Transformers Rise of the Beast, an upcoming Transformers and G.I. Joe live action film crossover. He was speaking with Sci-Fi and Fantasy Gazette, in which they asked a little bit about how the script was coming, especially with the writer's strike, and what the release date looks like for this upcoming film, in which he responded, "It's a good question. We were about to start a script when the writer's strike happened, so our hope was we were going to have it for 2025. But I think the longer the strike goes on, the more it puts it in 2026. So right away, from a producer for the film, we have kind of a release date, at least a release date window. If the writer's strike possibly ends soon, then we still could probably get it at the end of 2025, this live action crossover. However, if the writer's strike continues, the producer states that we're probably going to get the movie in 2026. The producer also talked about whether or not this was going to pick up after the events of 2021's Snake Eyes, which was kind of based on the G.I. Joe storyline, in which he replied, "Here's the answer. I don't know the second question's answer because we haven't gotten that far. But like every other Transformers movie, the ingredients of the movie is humans and robots get together to stop the villain. The Joes are going to be part of the ingredients now. We're not going into the Joe world, they're coming into our world. So if you think about it that way, I think that's the closest thing to the plan that we have. We now have to figure out the plot we want to do, etc. But they will be an active participant, if you would, a few of the characters, in trying to stop the bad guy." So he makes it perfectly clear. The Joes are coming into the Transformers world that has been set up, and they're going to be trying to stop a bad guy, and to do this, they will join forces with the Autobots and other humans alongside them. This is great info about the film. We know Joes are going to go into the Transformers universe, and we know that the movie is indeed going to be developed. It was about to be developed, the script was about to be written, however the writer's strike happened. So as soon as that is over, we assume that we're going to get a little bit more info about this movie. So if you want to stay up to date on it, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the latest news, and be sure to hit that like button, and we'll catch you all in the next video. Thanks for stopping by.